My American Jing Ju Story by Yvonne Juarez. Lu Li Wen. There are some things that you do as a child that stay with you for a lifetime. For me, this was Jing Ju. As a little kid, I saw my family practice and perform Jing Ju on the stage. They sang in high nasally voices to loud clanging gongs and squeaky violins. It sounded terrible. But as I got older, I saw a different kind of Jing Ju. I saw a play with actors dressed up as warriors, with spears and swords fighting in swift movements. Mythical characters flipping fast across the stage, and graceful fairies dancing with silk fans. It was so cool. When my parents told me that a Jing Ju school opened near me, I wanted to join. I first met my teachers. They were husband and wife, Zhu Laoshi and Huang Laoshi. They had come to America from Shanghai, China, to share Jing Ju with our country. Then I got to meet my other classmates. Some were older, some were younger. Some were athletic, some were clumsy, some were swift, and some were slow. Some were super friendly, and some were shy. Zhu Laoshi and Huang Laoshi taught us how to do Jing Ju basics, like walking in tiny, steady steps, kicking forcefully, and making crisp hand and arm movements. And after a few months, we started to get good. We could walk the tiniest steps, kick our toes to our noses, and do handstands for a long time. I think our record was 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Then they taught us acting, dancing, singing, acrobatics, and the most fun part, fighting with spears and swords. It was hard work, but Zhu Laoshi and Huang Laoshi encouraged us, so we tried our best. Zhu Laoshi told us that the school was going to put on our first annual performance in 6 months. We were shocked. We didn't think we could perform. We weren't good enough. But Zhu Laoshi and Huang Laoshi believed we could make it if we practiced diligently every weekend. He told us that he believed we would impress everybody in the audience. So as the 6 months went by, we were becoming fast fighters, delicate dancers, skilled singers, and energetic acrobats. Helen was a female warrior, and she got to wear flags on her back and play a huge drum. Brian was a martial arts fighting maniac, doing kicks and flips. Felina was a hoop master, making her hoop twirl and do tricks on her body. Yvonne was a graceful sword dancer, and she learned how to sing the way a butterfly flew. Wilson acted as a clown. He made everyone laugh with his funny acting and stunts as the turtle. Over the 6 months, we had improved a lot, but we still weren't sure if we were ready. Because you see, Helen would miss a beat on her drums, and her flags would fly into her face. Brian would sometimes fall on his head, or drop his spear. Yvonne forgot her lyrics. She'd have to start all over again. And Wilson, well, even when he made mistakes, he still made everyone laugh. The performance day came, and we were so nervous. Not only did we have backstage jitters, but we had backstage horrors. 4 layers of makeup went on our face, pat, pat, pat. 4 layers of costumes tied tightly up and down our backs. 4 layers of headdresses tied tightly around our heads. We said to each other, "Are my eyes slanted? Can you breathe? My face itches. I need to pee." It was showtime. The curtain opened, the audience hushed. The loud music started, and onto the stage we rushed. The lights were blinding, the music kept going, and so did our bodies without us really knowing. After the performance was over and done, the audience stood, and we were stunned. It was done in a flash. and now it was time for our after-show bash. As we headed to the diner to celebrate, we talked about how the performance went, and boy were there mistakes. Brian's shoe came off. Felena dropped her hoop. Wilson's headdress came off, and Yvonne mixed up her lines. Why did everyone still cheer for us? 朱老师 and 黄老师 came to us, all happy and filled with glee. We are so proud of you, and we are pleased. Even though you made a few mistakes, do not fret because you see, Jing Ju takes years to master, and proud is what you should be. We are in a country where people do not know very much about the Chinese culture, and the fact that you show the audience what Jing Ju is a huge accomplishment. So every year after that, we continued to work hard at our growing Jing Ju school. We performed harder tricks, faster fight routines, delightful dances, and serenading songs. And tradition has it that at every performance, somebody would still lose a shoe or drop a spear. But what matters is that we are sharing Jing Ju with the world in a place where Jing Ju is unknown. This story is based on a real-life event. This is dedicated to my teachers, Huang 老师 and 朱老师 of Shanghai Jing Ju Yuan. The events of the story took place in Bethesda, Maryland from the years 1992 to 2006.